So I was watching Chris Trowell in England. He's ex-military. There's some fascinating videos on YouTube and Rumble and all them. And plus, Niall McConnell, if you're listening to this, he wants to link in with you. So look up Chris Trowell. He wants to do an interview with you. But I was just watching a video he did there a couple of hours ago. He uploaded it. I don't know when he did it, and I never noticed. Um, look over the king's shoulder. That's called a monarch butterfly, right? Monarch butterfly. I'll show you a proper one up close here. It's funny what you miss. So that's the monarch butterfly. Okay, it's always the monarch butterfly as well that they use, but you can quite clearly see the orange, the same design and everything. Now, with these lot, they're all about symbolism, and they're fascinated with showing symbolism. It's like a language. It's like their own language. Plus, when you think about it, symbolism is the oldest language known to man. Like we first start writing symbols, but these homo globalists, should I? That's what I call them, homo globalists. Um, they do this painting of him, and then they put the butterfly over his shoulder. Now, there was a project by the CIA. It was called Project Monarch. Okay, it started in the mid '50s, early '60s. It was called Project Monarch, and what they were doing was they were using drugs like LSD. I think the guy that plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth, he did a movie recently about 2 or 3 years ago where they have this little island and they pump drugs into people and see how they react. And like they all start doing mad things, like they all start shagging and turning on each other, and all this weird shit goes on. But the CIA found out that if they do micro doses of LSD, they can get people to confess and things like that, right? Now, they say that Project Monarch stopped in the 70s, but I believe it's still going on, and it goes under the name MK Ultra, right? Now, the reason it stands for mind control, but the reason it has a K because it comes from Germany. It comes from Nazi scientists basically, and that's how they spell control in Germany. They spell it with a K, so it was MK Ultra. Okay. Now I know a lot of people like to think, he's gone to Wiki, yeah, whatever, right? But the information, everything is out there for us, and it's all the onus is on us to do whatever with the information, right? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion about things. We all know this, but these are like Look at the documents around this, right? And it even goes into what I was saying there. Look, during the 1940s, Nazi scientists working in the concentration camps conducted interrogation experiments on human subjects. Sorry, substances such as, I'm not even going to try that one there. Say that one to us ourselves. Morphine derivatives and hallucinogens such as mescaline were employed in experiments conducted on Pole, Czechs, Jewish, Soviets, and other nationals, prisoners of war, which they developed to a truth serum. Now, they're telling you that that's what it was for, right? Even the CIA said that, oh yeah, we're using it to develop some sort of truth serum where we can get people to confess the crimes that they did. But of course, with these people, you know that they always have another motive. They always have another motive. Uh, my like everything I'm saying here is my opinion, right? Before people will get defensive. But what I think they're doing with this, right? They're saying that it stopped in '75 or something, but I still think it's going on, and I think they still use these on the likes of celebrities and everything. Did you ever see the movie Manchurian Candidate? That's a great movie to watch to get a good explanation of what MK Ultra is, because they have the president of the United States under MK, under mind control, and there's a video as well of Bill Clinton in the early '90s where he's just sitting there. I'll try find it and do a small video on it, but he's just sitting there like a robot, and your woman's putting his makeup on, and he doesn't even flick, like he doesn't even move. He's like a robot. I think he was under mind control then. Well, most of these people are that they put in front of us. But what else is there here? There's loads. Just go to Wiki and look up MK Ultra, and that'll fill you in because there's loads on it. Look, and then they mention how they used LSD in their tests and everything. You know, there you go. 1943. LSD was, well, that's gone into the background of LSD, should I say? But it gives you a breakdown of everything. Um, but the vital part is this part here. So in the 1940s, the Nazi scientists were working on it, and I often talk about how in the 1940s, the Frankfurt Institute sprung up in America, and that's the one. They're the colleges and universities that were teaching not children, teaching students about like queer studies and racial indifferences and all. You know, just flooding their head with all this stuff to teach them how different they are from a person of color, or someone that might be queer, or just it's just crazy stuff. But it's a lot of the stuff comes from the Nazi scientists, anyway. But let's have a look at butterfly. So the symbolism behind butterfly, so they say, is new beginnings, growth, and a new beginnings. This signifies the power of transformation and the incredible feats we can achieve when we trust ourselves. So are they saying to us to just trust them? Just trust them. Because symbolism is so powerful. Like I said, it's the oldest language known to man. And it's just very interesting that they put one over his right shoulder, you know. But if you haven't heard of it, go look up MK Ultra. I could talk for hours and hours and hours about it. I'm sure a few of you would like to hear me talk about it. But just I throw these things out there so you can go and look for yourselves. It treat like when I hear a new word, or I hear something that me mind is going, that can't possibly be real. So I go and look for myself, for my own reassurance. I'm not being smart when I say that to you, by the way. I'm putting these things out here that I have come across in all my research down the years. Like since 9/11, I've been researching all of this stuff. And the butterfly always pops up. Like it even came up here. Watch. Who was it? Whitney Houston. She did an advert for the Super Bowl one time, and did she have on some album covers? Anyway, she did an advert for. I'll find it. I'll find it another time. She did an advert for Super Bowl within weeks of her passing, and they had like a butterfly land on her one eye and all this. It's all symbolism with them. But yeah, a little short video on that.